there's cause for celebration. This is our 50th video together. So cheers to video number 50. I just wanted to take a moment to run through, there's no way this is an exhaustive list of people that I have to thank for everything that's happened in the 2 and a bit years since I began this venture. Of course, none of it would have happened without the fellow up the road from whom I purchased my first 2 small engines, and that set me off on this trip. Speaking of trips, shortly after I bought those, we went on vacation to Victoria, and that's where I kind of told my wife Laura a little bit about this crazy idea I was having, and she was cautiously supportive if confused. She doesn't really understand what it's all about. She doesn't understand why anyone would watch. Maybe people watch because of the kids. I gotta thank the kids. Cash Cat Treats and Top Tech. Those guys, I mean, they make this channel. And without them and without the cats, what have I got? Really, nothing. So I gotta thank Forget Me Not YEG for connecting me with the shop cats, with Clyde and Chi Chi. Clyde's just sitting over there kind of watching me actually right now. Our good friends Brett and Daniel that we were staying with while we were in Victoria. And so they've been along beside me right from the get-go. I have to mention Dan and Nicole. Without Nicole, I wouldn't have my logo, and I'm convinced that, you know, easily half of what I've done is because of how awesome this logo is. So I can't thank her enough. And Dan's been right there beside me. You know, he doesn't miss an episode. So I really appreciate those guys. Of course, my mom and my dad and my dad's wife Jean, they're huge supporters. I can't say enough about them. My friend Landon, co-worker of mine who was kind of there right from the start as well. My uncle Phil, my mom's brother, who passed along the awesome Olympic snowmobile, which getting that whipped into shape a little bit led me to meet Linda Kenny, and I'm sorry I forget your husband's name, but out by Bentley. What fantastic people. I'll have to pass on the story this winter when I bring in the Olympic. It needs a little bit of fiddling, so I'll pass on the story of what went on there. It's pretty heartwarming. Gabby Coette led me to the connection with Rick and Lori Stillborn, who, Wild Turfy came from them. The Jukebox came from them. The Everest, as well as about 50% of a Honda motorbike that, maybe someday we'll get to. My good friends and supporters, Rob Neufeld, Don Quigg, Ryan Anders, Jason Hamilton, Ken Canrod, Sean Mayer, my awesome neighbors, Matt and Nicole Bather. Just fantastic. Jen Matsky in this episode, you will see her work in just a minute. It's awesome. I have to give a shout out to the YouTube community as well. It's been so welcoming and supportive. It's crazy. I had no idea that such a community existed. Roy Marco's Garage, Katarina's Garage. I have to thank AJ Restoration and Hand Tool Rescue for some little bit of outside of the box. They're doing restorations in a really cool way of really cool old, just general antiques. It's not strictly limited to things with engines. So that's just so educational. The self-named trash content crew, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna miss a bunch. I'm sorry guys, there's so many awesome channels within that crew. Stuff with Cletus, Robert's Garage, 615 Customs, Monster Rust, Dudes with Wrenches, Bryce DeCastro, Magna Machine Works, Hot Rod Dave, CP the Tool Addict, Wasted Talent Fabrications, Wood and Metal Garage, Solo Hot Rod Garage, and Destroyer 1320. All fantastic guys. We get together on a live and it's like hanging out in your garage, talking cars and talking whatever else happens to pop into our heads. It's such a great community, really supportive. And then I've made some friends through that as well. YouTube user 1, aka Brian. We've already had some adventures together. He's involved with the Weird Little Car Club, so you remember I went to that little club meeting there at Auto West Edmonton. There's going to be some shenanigans. Faithful viewers like Alan6832, they're always, always viewing the videos. Bruce Thornton, his father owned the property that I went to visit. You'll see it later on in the video. And his father owned the truck that you're going to see later on. And now he owns the truck, and his son, so the grandson, owns the property. So everything there has stayed within the family for the last 45, 50 years at least. So it's pretty incredible, and the truck actually is local to the area, possibly since it was new. So very cool stuff. The last person I have to give a shout out to for massive support and inspiring me to do, he tried to warn me, but it didn't work. Inspiring me to kind of take this road as well. Scott at Cold War Motors. He helps me out with stuff all the time, way more than he has any obligation to do. I always try and help out when I get over there, but I can't get over there as often as I'd like. So usually when I do, it's with Scott, can you help me with this? And every time I end up on one of his videos, I have a little spurt in popularity on my own channel. So, I really appreciate that. He's done more for my channel than YouTube has. So, so all I can say is to all my viewers, all my subscribers, anyone who's done anything to support this channel ever, from clicking the like on a video, even clicking a thumbs down, that actually helps, makes YouTube take notice, leaving comments, sharing the video, sharing the Facebook, following on Facebook, following on Instagram. Any kind of interaction with this just helps grow the channel. And anybody who's made a purchase at my spring store, you'll see a little blurb about that later. I've got some beer glasses available there. Wish they'd made whiskey glasses, that would be all right. Anyway, without further ado, I've taken up enough of your time. Let's get to the video. It's the 50th episode special. I hope you like it. It's going to be a good time. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. On to the video. Cheers. Do you even remotely care about this? You don't, do you? You're so handsome. What a good boy. So I popped over earlier today over to Cold War Motors, and Scott was kind enough to chuck this cylinder on the lathe and kind of just took that lip off. So I should be able to get the gland nut out. How I'm going to secure the gland afterwards, I don't really know. Might just, once I've resealed it, just tack weld it in or whatever. Kind of doesn't really matter. So see if we can get this apart here. Just got the laptop over there with live stream going with 615 Customs and Robert's Garage, and Coastal Auto Reaction was over there, stuff with Cletus, you know, kind of the usual suspects. Who else was there? We got Project Frankenstein's hanging out there, and we got Hot Rod Dave and Wasted Talent, Monster Rust, Hobby Barnes popping in, Wood and Metal Garage. It's good times. I might join in later, except I need my camera right now to run this, and the camera on my laptop is so one thing at a time. Okay. So now that is not particularly moving, but that's not that surprising. Once I get it started, I think we'll be okay. All right. Tighten it in there a little more. And oh, I think we made some headway there. So we had this washer pop out, and I think that should not put up. Aha! There's a seal there. Oh boy. I've never seen a seal like this before. Could be in trouble here. Hey-oh, there we go. All right. I'm not even too concerned about these seals because it wasn't bypassing. But this is where the oil was coming out of, and I've never seen a seal like this, and I've dealt with hydraulics for a long time. On here, on the gland, we just have an O-ring and a backup ring, which I have damaged pretty badly in this removal process, but that's okay. That part's easy. Easy, easy. But if anyone can solve it, it'll be the guys down at Fluid Seal or Hi-Tech Seals. I'll probably try Hi-Tech first, simply because they're closer to home. But I don't know. I don't know. Hope I can get those, otherwise it's going to be interesting, to say the least. I know what to do. There we go. Oh, some O-rings in there. Unexpected. Just one. So, for reference purposes, so I can come back to this video and look at it and remember how this went back together. Rod, washer, O-ring. Recess goes like so, and there's our two seals. Looks like one facing each direction. Pop them out. I'm a lot less concerned about these, but since we're in here, and another O-ring inside between the two. This is really quite different. I hope I can get this stuff. A little bag of tricks. Take to my friends at High Tech Seals. I sure hope they can help me out. I have spoken at length about the value of keeping talented craftsmen in your back pocket, and today I can add a leather worker to that list. Our friend Jen, we've known her for many years, and recently she's begun working leather, and I've seen a lot of her work on Facebook, particularly leather-bound journals and that kind of thing, and her work is just phenomenal. So when I knew I wanted a cover for this old axe, it was a no-brainer to get in touch with her. And I mean, just look at this thing, like, that's awesome. You know, the attention to detail with the strap and the stitching, the little accent line here, the logo, it's just absolutely phenomenal. Even along this edge, it's 3 pieces of leather, because of course if it was 2, then the blade would tend to cut through the thread, and so it's 3 pieces of leather there. It's just awesome, and it fits just 100%. Like, it couldn't get any better at all. It is just so phenomenal. She's just in the process of getting her leathercraft business up and running. So, and definitely if you have any sort of projects in mind and you need some leathercraft done, some leather work, let me know, and I can make that connection. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted as her business progresses, because this work is just mind-blowing. There's 2 talented craftsmen involved here, because the person who did my logo up for me is also extremely skilled at graphic design, and without her, I don't think Shopcat would exist the way it does. So there's 2 people here that I owe for this awesome piece. Fantastic. I love it. TopTech and I took a trip to the local seal supplier, and generally speaking, if they can't get it, it doesn't exist. And he took one look at this and he went, special, special, special. Each and every one of them is unique to this cylinder. They certainly have the capability to machine and make new ones from scratch, but that's a pretty high dollar option. So I don't know. What are we gonna do, bud? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna fix that? Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're gonna check eBay, and hopefully we can find either a new or used cylinder or a seal kit or something. I don't know. On the bright side, on the way back, I did spot a really cool old picker truck. No one was around, so I left a note behind, and hopefully they'll get in touch with us, and then TopTech and I can go and check it out, give you a walk around. An old GMC or Chevy anyway, with a big winch picker on the back. So is pretty awesome. I like it a lot. So, have that? No, Daddy needs that. Thank you, buddy. All right, cheers. So, this lift cylinder here, I can't find a seal kit anywhere. It's actually pretty similar to a cylinder used on old Bobcats, but they have a different rod end. So I was kind of at a standstill, and I was running some errands tonight and got to thinking, you know, there's got to be a way to do this. And really, what are my critical dimensions here? The inside of the bore, which is nothing special. Diameter of the rod, which is nothing special, and you know, in here where the seals ride, which isn't really anything special. They're retained by this washer. So, okay, yeah, that recess is deeper than standard. By the time I get a regular cup seal in there and a dust wiper, all I really need is a spacer in here, and the dimension isn't even that critical because, you know, so I've got lots of room to work with here. So despite the fact that, I mean, yeah, this is special, but what is it really? It's 2 cup seals back to back. It's 2 seals with an O-ring in between. Who cares? 2 cup seals, standard SAE measurements. Should replace that, no problem. I should be able to replace these, no problem, with just a standard cup seal and wiper and a spacer to take up the extra space. O-ring that goes on here is no problem. So, I mean, what are we looking at here? This is 1.5 inches. This is 1 inch. I bet they're each 1/4 inch. The 2 together, you can see where this is going. 1/2 inch. That's all easy. This side of it, rod is 5/8 of an inch. Some of them, I guess, were 1/2 inch on the Bohlins, which are pretty similar, and then the 5/8 was a later upgrade. So I guess this has already got the upgrade. So yeah, I mean, 5/8. I don't really care what the depth is. The bore is pretty much 1 inch. So 1 by 5/8 by who cares what. And 1 by 1.5 by 1/4, 2 of those. Some O-rings and a backup ring. When I put this back in, actually nothing prevents it from, you know, just falling in except for fitting itself. So that's interesting. And this large washer sits on here. I can probably impose upon a friend, either borrow some welding gear and try out my MIG machine myself, or I'll just get him to buzz some tacks on here because really it's not that much force anyway. Yeah, I think we'll be in business. I have just been beating myself up all day over this for nothing. With that in mind, I think I'm gonna go watch some TV. Have a good night. So the other day, I was just running around doing some errands, and driving down one of the country roads, and on the driveway I spotted a 49 to 54 General Motors winch truck, like a medium duty winch truck in all original condition, and it just really caught my eye. I stopped, I turned around, looked at it for a while, and decided that, you know, boy, I sure really like the look of that truck. So I decided to head on up the driveway and see if anyone was home. And no one was home, so that was too bad. But I left a note, and you know, when you leave a note, you're never too sure if it's going to work out. But actually, the owner did contact me, and so we set up a time here. I'm just with Luke, and we're going to run down and take a little look at it and do a walk around. He told me a little bit about it, and it's pretty impressive. So I'll be back with you in just a little while. All right, so here we are. This is a I'm told a 19, what is it, Bruce?
A 1950 chassis with a 1954 cab, GMC 4-ton.
Awesome. Runs, drives, obviously all original.
Well, the air cleaner's different. We took the oil bath out, put on a...
Oh, yeah, fair enough, right?
I still have the oil bath in the shed.
And so this has been in the family for...
Well, since
40.
the 70s.
Yeah.
I said we bought it off of Wells Water Service before that, and they used it for, I don't know how many years before we got it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody had it before them, but they used to deliver our water out here.
Oh, nice. You can kind of make out a little bit of where the logo used to be on the door. It's long gone. Geez, that's a big setup, eh?
Yeah. The gym poles, they're supposed to, when you travel on the road, they lay here in the pockets.
Oh, okay.
And we had a gas welder set up here till the bottom fell out.
Oh. Well, that'd be handy to have, though.
In the shed.
Fantastic.
She's been over the hill a few times. You want to start?
Oh, sure. Let's hear it. $235. That runs nice.
Yeah. It's got a foot pedal starter.
Oh, yeah. The switch on the floor.
Yeah.
How many miles? 51,000-ish, it says.
No reason to adjust it. So the winch works fine. Done a lot of work. All cars on. At one time we had 80 cars in this yard.
Oh, wow.
We had an auto wrecker in the 70s.
Okay. Awesome. Phenomenal. Wonder what the little guy thinks of it. What do you think, buddy?
Smell up the place.
Hey? You like it? He's not sure. 1952 John Deere. Yeah, you know, they're only original once though, right?
Yeah.
And it's in, I don't know.
Well, I know what you're saying. I like original, but you gotta
it-
call them up sometimes. Some guy says, maybe if he just painted the wheels, I'd be happy. I don't care.
Actually, yeah, you know, that might be just enough. To me, I don't know. I like original because, like I say, it's only original once. If it was really far gone,
Yeah.
then that's different. But it's still, it's in pretty nice shape.
Yeah, Dad got it for song because they rebuilt the engine on the thing and then they left it out over the winter with water in it. So they cracked the block on the engine.
Oh. A little two-cylinder, eh? Awesome. I like
It works like a dog, this thing. We actually just put tires on the thing this year.
Oh, yeah?
I have them in the garage. We just got them remounted because the other one was just just a cinder fitting.
Yeah. Little old wheel horse, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the case, I know a guy who collects these
Well,
case
another one in
tractors
the
like
other
crazy.
garage. This one, they were both run, but the other one, when you try to start it now, it pops a circuit breaker ignition, so I gotta find out what's grounded.
Yeah.
But my dad loved casing.
Oh
I
yeah.
like that old engine. Well, I like this one because it's got the hydraulics on it. It's just a little tractor, really.
Yeah. Cool. And you think these are about 39?
This, I think, is a 39.
Yeah.
Going by the serial number, I went to a website in the States and talked to the, because there's a club in for these things in the States.
Oh yeah.
I talked to him, and the serial numbers, you can still read them and so on.
Yeah.
Now these are 43s, and they're 102, so they're only a 4-cylinder.
Oh yeah. Oh, but yeah, they're complete.
We
Yeah.
had pre-fall on it this year.
Oh no. Yeah. Dented the fuel tank, eh?
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
we got parts for it. We'll see how ambitious we are.
But yeah, they're pretty complete.
Well, Dad used to run them pretty regular, but he hasn't been home for over 3 years, and I haven't done a lot with them.
Yeah.
We actually towed them out here to make a row.
Oh
They're
yeah.
spread around the yard. Dad likes that sort of thing. So
Oh yeah.
my son wanted everything neat and tidy,
Yeah.
which I understand. It's
Yeah.
silly.
Very cool. Oh, that's
Now it's-
that's a shame.
It's stuck in gear. You have to, if we to tow it, we have to put the clutch in because we can't. What if something's got the engine
Out of
engaged,
a
the
line
transmission,
and
we
yeah.
with a stick and disengage. It was the last year they put in this kind of a hood.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the split hood.
After that, they went to the lift up hood.
Yeah.
Well, it's got a straight 6 in it. Dad rebuilt it. We've run it a couple times, but now we got to do something else where they're going to do anything.
Yeah. It's in good shape though, eh?
This is a Chrysler engine he out of one of those tractors. You know those 2 other ones?
Yeah,
He
okay.
rebuilt this thing. You can
Yeah.
tell it's got the blue goo around the
Oh yeah,
side
yeah.
boxes.
Yeah.
He rebuilt it. Hasn't done anything since.
Whoop, there goes the hood.
Well,
Man, it's in really nice shape. Usually they're all rusted out.
no, he's had it painted once before.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's faded again now. But she starts every time,
Yeah.
and she can haul.
What's it got under the hood?
Oh, a V8.
Yeah. Probably a big block, eh? Being a 3/4 ton. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure the engine size on the thing. But
Yeah.
trouble is, it might not be original either.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Because I have my 442. It had a 400 cubic inch. Well, I did some damage to it, so I dropped in a 455 rocket out of a 72. It's the same thing basically.
Yeah.
It's
Both
just
in
a
the
different
same.
stroke on
yeah.
the thing. No,
Yeah.
this has been a good truck for us. I've hauled steel to the auto wreckers here in the last 2 years. So at least a half a ton to 3/4 of a ton, no problem.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
it's been a workhorse itself. I just replaced the master cylinder on this thing here a month and a half ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
It
you
was
can
leaking.
still.
You'd pour it in and it just run out the back end by the
Yeah.
tank.
It's nice that you can still get all those parts though.
Oh yeah.